Hello everyone. I am Professor Sharada M, Department of ECE, Vignan's Foundation for Science, Technology and Research, deemed to be University. Welcome to the today's lecture on Introduction to Combinational Logic Design, which is very important in our subject Digital System Design. The objective and outcome for the today's lecture are: you are going to learn design of various combinational logic circuits, and after learning the designing you are going to design and analyze the combinational circuits for any given problem. The syllabus for this combinational logic design in our digital system design subject is starting with design using conventional logic gates, then different circuits like decoder, encoder, multiplexer, demultiplexer, parity generator and code converters. The textbooks for this combinational logic design are: one is Follow This Digital Design by Maurice Mano and Switching and Finite Automata Theory by Kohavi. Follow these two textbooks for this digital system design and combinational logic design. The prerequisite material for this combinational logic design are truth tables and Boolean expressions, to describe the functions and to describe the relation between input and outputs, and Boolean algebra and K-maps for the simplification of the expressions, and logic circuits are drawing of logic diagrams for the minimized Boolean expressions. You have already learned all these in our previous lectures. So, using these as basics, we are going to design combinational circuits. The contents for today's lecture are: it starts with introduction of combinational logic design, then basic concept of combinational logic design and characteristics of combinational logic circuits, classification of combinational circuits, applications of combinational circuits, and after that design using conventional logic gates we will see. Design of combinational circuits using conventional logic gates we will see at the end of this lecture. Start with the introduction part. In our digital system circuits or digital systems have two circuits, mainly two types of circuits. One is combinational logic circuit, another one is sequential logic circuit. All the digital systems are having of two types of digital circuits. Those are two types of logic circuits. Those are as sequential and combinational logic circuits. In this unit we are going to see combinational logic circuits. Later in the next unit we are going to see sequential logic circuits. First, let us see the definition of the combinational and sequential logic circuits as introduction. Combinational logic circuit consists of logic gates whose outputs at any time are determined by the current input values. Whose outputs are determined by the current input values. It means output in combinational logic circuits is function of the current inputs. Function of current inputs. Sequential circuit is a circuit which also consists of logic gates, and the outputs of the sequential circuit at any time determined by the present inputs as well as past outputs, that is also called as present state. That means output in the sequential circuit is function of present inputs and present state, or that can also be called as past output. This is mainly the difference between, or the basic difference between combination and sequential circuits. In the combinational circuit, both circuits are having logic gates and both are performing some functions, and the output in the combinational circuit depends upon the present inputs, and output in the combinational circuits depends upon the present inputs and past outputs or present state of that particular circuit. So, we will concentrate on combinational logic circuit in this unit. Coming to the introduction of combinational logic design. Combinational logic means combining two or more logic gates. First, combination logic means combining two or more logic gates. It means combination of logic gates. Combination of logic gates. This combination of logic gates is using to form required function. That means to perform a function, we are going to combine some logic gates to perform a function, and that function will have output and inputs, whereas that output at any given time is dependent on the input at that particular time. So, function is output is function of input at that particular instant of time. Okay. So, output to time and input to time both are same. If output is defining a time is equal to 1 second and inputs will be considered time is equal to 1 second only, that is the combinational logic design. So, combinational logic design means it is combining or combination of two or more logic gates to form a function, and output at any given time depends only on the inputs at that time. That will be represented using this diagram. The combination of logic gates. So, the different logic gates which we have, the logic gates we have are NOT gate, AND gate, OR gate, NAND gate, NOR gate, XOR and XNOR. So, using these gates, combination of these gates means any of those gates depending upon the requirement of the function, those will be used, and for those gates inputs will be applied, some n number of inputs will be applied, and outputs also depending upon the function m number of outputs will be taken, and this m number of outputs at any given instant of time depends on these inputs at that particular instant of time. This is the combinational logic meaning. See, in another way, this combinational logic circuit is one in which the present state of the combination of logic inputs, the present state of the combination of logic inputs decides the output. It means the same thing, that is outputs depending upon the inputs at that particular instant of time. It means output time and input time, output at a time t units will be decided by the inputs at the same t event. That is, if time is equal to some x seconds for the output to determine, then this combinational logic circuit is going to consider inputs at that same x seconds of the time. That is, this output is decided by the present state of the input. The present state of the input is deciding the output. Okay. So, output is function of input at that particular instant of time. Only based on the present input, output will be determined for the combinational logic circuit. See, till now what we have seen, one combinational circuit is going to have some number of inputs, some number of outputs. Let us take n number of inputs and m number of outputs. If n number of inputs are there, then total possible combinations of inputs are 2 power n. So, total input combinations possible are 2 power n. These 2 power n possible input combinations will define the m different outputs, and for each combination of input out of 2 power n possibilities will define one particular output, and the truth tables are going to be used to define this output or to define the relation between this output and inputs. See, each input and output is binary variables. Each and every input and output we are considering as a inputs and outputs of combinational circuit are binary variables. Binary variables of input and binary variables of outputs. That means these inputs and outputs are going to have only the values of 0 or 1, and the n input combination, n inputs are going to have 2 power n possible combinations of inputs. Then for each possible input combination there is one and only one output for the combinational circuit. A truth table or Boolean functions can be used to specify the input output relation in this combinational circuit, and each output function expressed in terms of n inputs, For example, let us take, already you know logic gates, we will see one logic gate, that is OR for example sake. Let us assume this OR gate is now combinational circuit, because combinational circuit is nothing but combination of gates. Assume only one gate is there. Okay. So, let us take this as 2 input, 1 output combinational circuit. How many inputs? 2 inputs. These 2 inputs are Boolean inputs, Boolean variables, and output is also 1 here, output is also a binary variable. Let us take output as y and inputs as a and b. Okay. Since we have 2 inputs, how many number of possible combinations are existing in the inputs? Since 2 inputs, 2 power 2, that is equal to 4 combinations. 4 combinations will exist in the input combinations. Then the relation between these 4 combinations of inputs and output y can be explained or represented with the help of a truth table. What is the truth table for this? The OR gate truth table is, it is having of inputs and output. Since 4 combinations are there, 4 combinations will be represented in that truth table. For that, what is the definition of that OR gate? OR gate definition is, if any one of the input is high, output will be high. That is, the truth table is representing the relation between inputs and output. Okay? And this output, here we have only one output expression, and output is changing its value for 4 combinations of inputs. So, each combination is going to have only one and one combination of the one value for the output. This output can be represented as Boolean expression, and that Boolean expression is going to have the product terms with n min terms. That is, what is the expression for this y? If we have written that y expression, that is equal to actually a bar dot b plus a dot b bar plus a into b. If we have simplified this using K-map, the final expression for the OR gate is equal to a plus b. Okay. So, like this, combinational circuit can be described with the help of all these parameters. What those are? One is number of inputs, number of outputs. If we have n inputs and m outputs, and one more thing, n and m we are taking as two variables, those two should be Boolean, and this n may not be equal to m, but n and m both always greater than of 1. Means one input may be there, outputs may be many, or inputs may be many, output may be 1, and those may not be equal, those may be different values also. This is related to the input and outputs of combinational logic circuits. Like this, combinational logic circuit can be described. Let us see, based on this knowledge, characteristics of combinational logic circuit. Characteristics. Based on our previous discussion, we are seeing characteristics. The characteristics are, the first one is very very important one, output depends only on the present inputs. Then it means it is not using any past information or previous information which is stored. It means no memory is using by the combinational circuit, or no clock signal is using by the combinational circuit. So output depends only on the present input, so no storage is required, therefore it does not require any memory or clock signal, and it can have n number of inputs and m number of outputs, those may or may not equal, and those definitely greater than or equal to 1, and its block diagram is representing as one box with representation of inputs and outputs. These are the characteristics of combinational logic circuit. Classification of logic, combinational logic circuits. See the classification. Combinational logic circuits are classified as three different circuits. One is arithmetic logic functions, arithmetic and logic functions, then data transmission circuits, then code converters. Example combinational logic circuits for arithmetic logic functions which are using in the computers and calculators are adders, subtractors. In this adders and subtractors, so many types of adders are there, for starting from a single bit addition to multiple bit additions. Similarly in subtractors also, and these adders will be used in the multipliers for the multiplication purpose also, and then comparators, parity generators. These are some of the example circuits. Then for the data transmission, in our digital communications, always we are going to transmit data. In that we are going to use this digital circuits of combinational type. Those are multiplexer, demultiplexer, encoder and decoder. And code converters, to represent, to save the memory, sometimes one code to another code conversion is required. In that, binary to gray code or gray to binary code, BCD to XS3 code and BCD to 7 segment code, like that we are going to see some different kind of code conversions. So these are the example combinational circuits in the classification of arithmetic logic function circuits, data transmission circuits and code converter circuits. We will see all those in next topics. Applications. These digital circuits or combinational circuits are the basic building blocks of any digital system. This combinational logic circuit is basic building block of any digital system. Therefore, these are very much required in all the digital systems. They are some of the applications mentioned here. Those are as computers, calculators, digital processing circuits and digital measuring techniques, industrial processing and digital communications. In all these applications, the circuits like combinational circuits used are arithmetic logic circuits, to perform addition and subtraction, multiplication, like that, arithmetic operations in the computers and calculators, etc. Addition operation or subtraction operation or multiplication operation, like that, these arithmetic circuits will be used, and these arithmetic circuits are combinational circuits. Then parallel to serial converter, data routing and serial to parallel conversion are very much required in our digital communications, digital processing and all the industrial processing and etc. Then bit compression, ADC and DAC. ADC is nothing but analog to digital conversion, and DAC is again back digital to analog conversion. That is our real world signals which are measuring everywhere. That is, for example, if we want to measure our heartbeat or our blood pressure signal, all these signals are available as analog signal, and those are going to be seen as some digits. We are seeing as digits, some 93 or 84, like that. That digit representation is nothing but the digital representation. For that, this analog signal have to be converted into digital. So analog to digital converters are the circuits which perform that action. These are also our digital circuits. Analog to digital conversion and digital to analog conversion required in some applications. And encoders, decoders, comparators and programmable logic devices, all these are used in our all digital applications. And today there is nothing without digital. So therefore, all these circuits are used whenever there is requirement. Example circuits for the combinational logic design which we are going to study in this unit. We are starting with design using conventional logic gates, and then adder, that is arithmetic circuits. Adder and subtractor are the arithmetic circuits. As a part of arithmetic circuits, in our unit we have adders and subtractors, and in these adders, different adders are going to study: half adder, full adder and ripple carry adder. Half adder is for 2 single bit addition, 2 single bit addition, this is used, and full adder is used for 3 single bit addition, and ripple carry adder used for 2 n bit numbers, 2 n bit numbers, like that. Starting from the single bit addition to multiple number of bit additions, different types of adders we are going to study in this unit. Like adder, subtractors also, half subtractor, full subtractor, and that adder circuit can also be used as a subtractor. Instead of using a separate hardware for adder and subtractor in our processors, only one hardware is going to be used with some logic which is going to define either addition operation or subtraction operation depending upon the requirement. So we are going to see that adder bar subtractor circuit also. Then decoder, in that decoders there are different types: 2 to 4 decoder, 3 to 8 decoder, 4 to 16 and so on. We are going to study all these. And encoders also, like 4 to 2, 8 to 3 and 16 to 4 and etc. Different types of encoders we are going to study. And multiplexers, in multiplexers also different types: 2 to 1, 4 to 1 and 8 to 1 and so on. And in the demultiplexers also different types like 1 to 2, 1 to 4, 1 to 8 and so on, demultiplexers. So see, all these 4, decoder, encoder, multiplexer and demultiplexer, are data transmission circuits. These are data transmission circuits. In the data transmission circuits, 4 types. In the 4 types, again there are so many types with different number of inputs and different number of outputs. We are going to study all these. Then programmable logic circuits, and before that parity generators and code converters are going to study in our chapter. Parity generators, this is useful in data transmission part for the error controlling purpose. So, parity generators are used for the error detecting and correcting. So, we are going to study parity generator circuit. Then code converter circuits are also there in our syllabus. We are going to study some types of like binary to gray, gray to binary, BCD to XS3 and so on, some different types of code converters. This is our total example circuit. Example circuits we are going to study as the combinational logic design unit. In that, first we are going to see in this lecture design of combinational logic design using conventional logic circuit gates, conventional logic gates. Okay. So, let us have some quiz to check our understanding. What is a combinational logic circuit? Combinational logic circuit is a digital circuit which is having a combination of logic gates performing some function, and that function outputs are depending only on the present inputs. Next question, give the examples of combinational logic circuits. Examples just now we have seen arithmetic circuits like adder, subtractor, adder bar, subtractor, encoder, decoder, multiplexer, demultiplexer, all those are examples of the combinational logic circuits. Next one, for n inputs, dash number of input combinations possible in a combinational logic circuits. We have seen for n inputs, total number of 2 power n combinations of inputs are possible. So, the answer is 2 power n. List the characteristics of combinational circuit. This is a very important because till now we have seen this and this need to be understood. What are the characteristics? The first one is output is function of inputs, present inputs. Present inputs. It means it does not require any storage. So, no memory, and these circuits are using n number of inputs and m outputs. N and m may not be equal and those should be greater than of 1. Next, combinational circuit has a memory. Is it yes or no? Just now only we have seen the characteristic of the combinational logic circuit is having no memory. Therefore, circuit has memory. The question answer is no. Answer is no. Combinational logic circuits are not going to use any memory. So, based on this quiz, we understood that we have understood the concept of combinational logic circuit. Let us see design of combinational logic circuits using conventional logic gates. This is our first topic of third unit. To design, we need to know design procedure. To design combinational logic circuit, we need to follow design procedure. That design procedure is having of some steps. In that, first step is stating the problem. So, the first step is state the problem. So, verbal description of the problem is the first step. We need to understand what is the problem statement, what we have to do or what that combinational circuit is going to do for a particular input. That is a statement of the problem. Define the statement of the problem is the first step in the design procedure. And the next step, as per that statement, specify the number of inputs and number of outputs. So, specify the number of inputs and number of outputs as n and m based on the statement of the problem. Then, after fixing the number, give variable names to these inputs and outputs. That means, if two inputs are using, assign some variables like A and B, and if two outputs are using, let us assign the names with X and Y. That means assigning the input and output variables with letter symbols. These letter symbols may be used any name. After that, construct the truth table to define the relationship between these inputs and outputs. So, the relation between the inputs AB and outputs XY is going to be represented with the help of truth table. So, then construct truth table AB, X and Y. Based on the AB combinations, define the outputs depending upon the statement of the problem. Then, after constructing the truth table, obtain the simplified expressions for this X and Y outputs. So, obtain the simplified Boolean expressions, because practical designs always need minimum number of inputs and outputs, or minimum area, minimum power, minimum components in the design. Therefore, this minimization is very much required. So, obtain the simplified Boolean function for each output, for example here X and Y, for the or from the truth table, and for the simplification use any method, that may be a K-map or tabulation method, or simply using of Boolean algebra rules. Depending upon the logic, depending upon the truth table, depending upon the number of variables in the input and output, we can decide. That may be simplification using K-map or tabulation method, or simply using the Boolean algebra rules. So, use any one simplification method to obtain the simplified Boolean expression. So, once if expression is ready, for example, if x is equal to A and B, or y is equal to A plus B, something like this, simplified expressions. If expressions are ready, then convert these expressions into logic diagram. That means, last step of this design procedure is draw the logic diagram for the simplified expressions which are obtained in the step 5. Okay. This is the procedure. What is the procedure? Procedure start with the statement of the problem, that is verbal description, and from that identify the number of inputs required and outputs required, and then assign the inputs and outputs with letter symbols. Then construct the truth table to define the relation between inputs and outputs. Then from that truth table, use either K-map or tabulation method or Boolean algebra to have the simplified Boolean expressions, and draw the logic diagram for the simplified Boolean expressions. Finally, the output is logic diagram. Input is what? For this design procedure is input is just a statement. For the design procedure, input is simply a statement, but output is logic diagram. Output is logic diagram. So, we need to remember this. We have to start with a statement and final end is logic diagram. This is the procedure of designing a combinational logic circuit. Using this, we can design any statement or any problem. Let us see some examples. First example, design a combinational circuit with 2 inputs and 1 output. So, the problem statement itself they have mentioned inputs and outputs here, and now the output is a 1 when any one of the 2 inputs is high. Any of the input is high, then output is going to become a 1, and this logic circuit is using 2 inputs and 1 output. So, they mentioned already the logic circuit, combinational logic circuit, what it is, the combinational logic circuit is using 2 inputs and 1 output. Okay. Inputs and outputs will be defined by these arrows, therefore, arrows are compulsory. 2 inputs and 1 output, this is output and these are inputs. What is the function of this combinational logic circuit? That function is described by the second sentence of the problem, that is the output is a 1 when any one of the input is high. Means here we have only two inputs, the output is going to become high or 1 when any one of these two inputs are going to be 1. So, that will be represented as a truth table. We will write, we will follow the procedure. What is the first statement of the procedure? That is problem statement. So, this is only the problem statement. The first step is problem statement. What is the second step? Identify the number of inputs and number of outputs. That is also given in the problem itself. Number of inputs are 2 and number of outputs are 1. And what is the third step? Assign the number of letter names to or letter symbols to input variables and output variables. So, let us take inputs are as, because it is having of two inputs, A and B inputs, and outputs are as some F, since it is using only one variable. Okay, what is the next step, fourth step as per our procedure? That is construct the truth table. Construct the truth table. In this truth table, represent inputs and output. Output is F. Since two variables are there, two inputs are there, four combinations of inputs are possible. Therefore, write all the possible combinations of inputs. That is 2 zeros to 2 ones. Then what is the output F? Now, carefully write here output F value. F value is 1. As per the statement, F value is 1 when any one of the input is high. So, the first combination 0 0, both are zeros. No input is high. Therefore, output is 0. And for the second combination 0 1, the second input is high. Therefore, output 1. And for the third combination, this A input is high. So, it is satisfying the statement. Therefore, output is high. And for the third combination, both are high. Okay. Since the statement, if any one is high, output is high. So, both are high, then output is also high. This is the truth table or relation between input and output. Okay, or fourth step. Then what is the fifth step? Fifth step is obtain the simplified expression using any rule. So, actually if we have written F here, what is the expression for this F? Based on the truth table, A bar dot B plus A dot B bar plus A dot B. This is the F expression. Now, simplify this expression. Simplification. Simplification, for simplification, if I have used K-map, K-map or Boolean algebra or any method. So, I am using here as K-map, since it is a two variable K-map, as the input variables are only 2, the ones are available at 1, 2 and 3. So, by simplifying this, I can get 2 pairs, and if I have written the simplified expression A for the second pair and B for the first pair. So, for this pair A and for this pair B, since B is common. So, F can be written as simply A plus B. This is the simplified expression. Simplified expression for the F, which we have written in step 4 is A plus B. Okay. Then what is the sixth step? Sixth step is drawing the logic diagram. So, since A plus B, the plus means which gate? OR gate, and only two inputs are there. So, logic diagram requires only one OR gate with two inputs. So, just represent OR gate with input symbols and output symbol. This is the sixth step, that is logic diagram. Actually, here I will write as logic gate, since only one gate is there. Okay. So, first step is a statement and the last step is logic gate. This is the design procedure. Like this, we will design any combinational circuit. So, our first example is simply OR gate. By following the procedure, we derived the final logic gate for the problem statement. The procedure is start with the statement and take the number of inputs and outputs, those are also given in the statement itself, and then giving the variables of the inputs and outputs and constructing the truth table. Then from this truth table using the K-map for the simplification and getting the simplified expression and drawing the logic gate for that simplified expression. Let us see another design problem so that you can get more clarity in this design process. The design problem is design a combinational circuit with 2 inputs. So, here also in this problem also inputs and outputs are mentioned with 2 inputs and 1 output. That means n is equal to 2 given and m is equal to 1 given. Design a circuit that produces, so actual function starts, that produces a 1 output only for A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1 condition. See, by reading that statement carefully, variables, input variables are also mentioned, that is our third step is also mentioned. That means input variables are A and B, those are mentioned in the problem itself. Okay, output variable is not mentioned. So, let us take output variable as some y. So, our first 3 steps finished. What is the first step? Number of problem statement. Problem statement is the output is equal to 1 when A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1. Okay? That is the problem statement. Then what is the second step? Number of inputs and number of outputs. This is the second step. Number of inputs n and number of outputs m. So, in our second step, number of inputs 2 and number of outputs 1, and in the third step, input variables are taking as A and B, since that is given in the problem itself, and output variable is taking as y. And the fourth step, that is obtain the relation between A, B and y using a truth table. So, what is our fourth step? Write the truth table. Truth table is consisting of all the combinations of inputs and outputs. Okay. So, since 2 input variables are there, 4 different combinations are possible in the truth table. Those are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. What is a y? As per definition of the statement of y is equal to 1 when A 0 and B 1 combination. So, here only output is equal to 1, and for the all remaining combinations output is 0. So, this is actual the given statement. This is the truth table. Now, from this write the expression for this y is equal to, since this total truth table is having only 1 in that. So, directly this product term itself is nothing but its expression. So, y is equal to what? Since 0 1 is the combination, this will be written as A bar into B. That is the logic expression. So, our fifth step is, since simplification is not possible, it is only the simplified expression. So, our fifth step logic expression is y is equal to A bar into B. Then what is our sixth step? Sixth step is drawing the logic diagram. For this expression, what gates are required? For getting A bar, one NOT gate is required, and for getting that dot operator, one AND gate is required. So, one NOT gate and one AND gate both are required. Using a NOT gate, first obtain A bar, since A bar is the term in the expression, then use AND gate for that A bar input and B input to get the y. That is simply logic diagram. Now it is logic diagram. Okay. So, this first step is statement and the last step is logic diagram. This is the design solution for this design problem of a statement circuit that produces one output only for A0 and B1 combination, that is simply A bar and B. Okay. Next, we will see another example, that is a committee of 3 individuals. See, representation of problem is different, but procedure is going to be same and final output is our logic circuit only. A committee of 3 individuals decide issues for an organization and each individual votes either yes or no, two conditions, yes or no for each proposal that arises. A proposal is passed if it receives at least 2 yes. So, for each proposal by the 3 individuals will be passed if it receives at least 2 yes votes. Then, so for that scenario we need to design a circuit. Design a circuit that determines whether a proposal passes. Okay, to pass the proposal we need to design one combinational circuit. Okay. So, how many individuals are there? 3 individuals. The output is proposal yes or no. Okay. So, proposal is going to be either passed or not passed. That passed or not passed is output. Okay. So, here we are going to design a circuit. That circuit is taking the inputs from 3 persons, 3 individuals. Those 3 individuals of like 3 individuals, they will give either yes or no. Each person will give either yes or no. Okay, yes or no, yes or no and yes or no. Taking these yes or no's as inputs and passing a proposal that is also yes or no. Proposal yes or no. And since here in the total problem we are having of yes or no or yes or no, so that is a binary representation. So, only 2 states. Therefore, let us assume yes means 1 and no means 0. Let us represent like that. Yes means 1 and no means 0. So, let us consider each input. So, this person as x and this person as y and this person as z. So, give the 3 persons with x, y, z and proposal as some f. Taking x value as either 1 or 0, that means if this person says yes, then consider that as 1 and or if this person says no, consider that as 0 like that. So, that x, y or z may be either 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 based on the vote of the individual. And similarly, the proposal value is also going to become as yes or no. That means f value is also going to be either 0 or 1 based on the conditions or the values of these x, y, z. So, now to get that we need to design a circuit. This is a problem statement. Problem statement is just 3 individuals means in our digital language or in our design procedure 3 variables. Here we have taken those variables as x, y and z, 3 variables, and these 3 variable values are maybe either 0 or 1, 0 or 1, 0 or 1. Depending upon these x, y, z values, f is going to be decided, that is either 1 or 0. In such a fashion design a circuit. Okay. Let us do by following our procedure. By following our procedure, first step is what? Statement. So, statement is this. Okay, we understood statement clearly. We are going, that is f is going to become 1 or 0 depending upon the values of x, y, z, and f is becoming 1 when either 2 variables of x, y, z are 1. If any of the two variables either x, y or y, z or x, z are 1, then output f is going to become 1. Means if this person combination of two individuals are telling yes, then proposal is going to become passed. That is our statement. Okay. Let us follow the procedure to solve this, to design a combinational circuit. First one is problem stated. Okay. Statement is ready, statement we know. What is the second step? Second step is number of inputs and number of outputs. Number of inputs are 3 and number of outputs are 1, and assign the variables. Already we have assigned x, y, z are the input variables and some f is assigned to output variable. Then relation between this x, y, z and f using the truth table. The truth table is having of now total 8 combinations because input variables are 3. Those 8 combinations are starts with 0 0 0 and then 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 and 1 1 is the last combination. Okay, or truth table. Then what is f? As per the statement, f is equal to 1 when 2 of the variables are 1. 2 of the variables are 1. Start from last. 3 variables are 1. So, output 1, and here 2 variables are 1. Output 1. 2 variables are 1. Output 1, and 1 input only 1. Therefore, 0. 2 variables are 1. So, output 1. So, 0 0 0. First 3 combinations are 0 because only one variable is 1. So, this is the representation of the given statement. F is equal to high. What is that statement? F is equal to high when x, y or y, z or x, z are high. Okay. Two variables of 3 variables are high, then output f is equal to high. This is our truth table. Now, obtain the simplified expression. Since here we have 4 ones, we can simplify. Use K map. Since x, y, z are 3 variables, here we need to use 3 variable K map. Let us take x as MSB, y, z are as LSBs. So, the K map, simplify using the K map. Ones are existing at the min terms of 3, then 5, 6 and 7. So, this is 3, 5, 6 and 7. And simplify this by making a groups. 3 pairs are existing. Write the pair equivalent terms for this pair. This is x bar and x, and here y bar, z bar, y bar, z, y, z, y, z bar. For this pair, what is its equivalent min term? The minimized. X is common, x and z. For this second min term, x, and out of these two common is y, and then for this min term, y, z is common. Therefore, the simplified expression f is equal to the addition of these 3, that is sum of these 3 min terms. Those are x, y plus y, z plus x, z. That is a simplified expression. Now, draw the logic diagram for the simplified expression. So, here this is a product term, product term, product term means AND gates. 3 AND gates are required, and this plus OR gate is required, and one OR gate, that is one OR gate with 3 inputs. So, our last step with logic gates representation, that is 3 AND gates with the inputs of the inputs of, those inputs of first is xy, second is yz, and the third is xz. And outputs of these AND gates are connected to one 3 input OR gate, output is F. This is the logic diagram, which is our last step of the design problem. Okay. So, this is final logic diagram for that statement of problem. Okay, let us see the same. What is our procedure? The first procedure is statement, finding the number of inputs, number of outputs. Number of inputs are 3, x, y, z, and number of outputs are as 1. For the proposal we have taken F, and the relation is captured using the truth table, and this truth table is minimized using the K map. Using the K map, simplified expression is written, and that simplified expression is drawn using the logic diagram part. Okay. This is the design procedure. Like this we have to solve any problem of the combinational logic circuit design. You design this question, that is, design a combinational circuit with 3 inputs and 1 output. The second step is given, and first step is the output is 1 when binary value is less than 3. Just represent the truth table and simplify the expression, draw the logic diagram. And after solving that, take these problems as assignment. Assignment problem 1, design a logic circuit that has 3 inputs ABC and whose output will be high only when a majority of the inputs are low. Next assignment problem, read carefully the problem. So, problem statement is a bigger, but problem is so simple. Okay, read carefully and design this problem, solve this. Similarly, assignment 3 problem also, problem statement is bigger, that is also concept is simple, design this. The next assignment problem, solve these 4 assignment problems and 1 example problem. So, 5 problems, solve these 5, and if you have any doubt then ask me. Summary. In this class we have seen the concept of combinational logic circuit, its applications, its characteristics and example circuits. Then design of a general combinational logic circuit by following procedure, some procedure with the 6 steps we have seen. Okay. Thank you.